And here we go again. Yes, Oscar Piastri takes a good, commanding, dominant win. Blah, 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 blah. Where's your focus for the championship, lads? I can't watch anymore.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from fifth all the way to the lead in lap one.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Wow. In a world of dramatic Formula One twists and turns, lads, Azerbaijan, the Baku street circuit. Well, it's some definitely great racing, and it kept us all on edge. There's no two ways about it. It was a great watch. At the end of the day, though, lads, yes, Oscar Piastri, he's ahead. He's behind in the championship. Now, lads, let's go through the championship points here. Max Verstappen, 313. Lando Norris, 254. Now, lads, that is 59 points of a gap. It was over 70. It's coming down, all right? So he's got just over 2 races in hand for Verstappen. So in other words, if Verstappen does not finish the next 2 races, let's say, and let's say Norris wins the 2, he's still in the lead. We're coming down to it, lads, here. And then, we see Max Verstappen with the dominance of this year. Let's unpack this. There's something going on here in the Red Bull team, lads. There is no way on this earth. As many of us know, Adrian Newey, he's going to Aston Martin next year. We all seen the release, the press release this week. Shocking that Adrian Newey came on to TV and actually was with the Aston Martin team. My point is, lads, there's no way, if you've got a good relationship with Red Bull, and if you're going to leave the team at the end of the year, I've seen this in karting all the way through my racing years, there's no way you're going to go on TV before your contract's over with the team, and you're going to be siding with the other team and seeing out in public with them. There's no way. So Adrian Newey, there must be something really going on here, lads. There's something rotten in the state of Denmark here with Red Bull, Christian Horner and Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey was giving him the finger when he went on TV the other day. He's giving him the finger. There's no way you would do that. I'm telling you, lads. And huge surprise, shock move by Adrian Newey. Huge. But he's going. And my lord, Aston Martin car is going to be some machine, I'd say, in the next few years. It's going to be unbelievable. Okay, lads. So, as we've seen, Lando Norris, yes, he had some bad luck there in qualifying, okay? It was out of his control. He did a very good job to get up to 5th, wasn't it? I think it was 5th. And it was a very good result, in fairness to him. Very good result. Or was it 4th? Hang on, lads. Let me just check it again there. 1 second. And Lando Norris in 4th. There we go. So, we've got how many races to go, lads? We've got what? 7 now, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, lads, Max Verstappen needs to have 2 DNFs and have, let's say, a 5th or 6th place finish when Norris capitalizes on him and takes the win, takes the fastest lap win, and Verstappen doesn't have finishes. That's what's going to happen here, lads. We are running out of time. Because if this championship doesn't get down squeezed if McLaren don't squeeze this, by the time we get to Qatar, it's all over. Max Verstappen sails off into the sunset with another 4th world championship. Now, I don't think McLaren have the edge, first of all. They're not pushing. They're so happy that they've won the Constructors, or they're leading the Constructors for now. It's like they won the SAG award, but they didn't win the Oscar. They're not nominated for the Oscar, and they're delighted that they won the SAG award. Really, lads? Come on. Where's your standards? Ron Dennis is sitting at home, absolutely on the piss, I'd say, popping open champagne with his wife and going, "Oh, honey, can you believe this stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't be happy with this, would you, honey?" "Absolutely not." I'd be like, "Right, another win. Grand. We couldn't do much for Norris today. Fair enough." In fact, you'd even be thinking here, lads, that yes, Piastri took the win, and this would be a 50-50. At this stage of the game, the way they're not capitalizing on the points, I would, and I know this sounds nuts, I would have actually have contemplated telling Norris to move over and let Norris through to get more points. I know that sounds mental, especially when it's a race win, but I'm telling you, that would be popping through your head. And especially that you've made the mistake of giving away at 2 rounds, you let Piastri win and take over and get more points. You would have to imagine, do they want Piastri winning? Do they even want Norris there? They're all happy that they've taken over the constructors. Who cares? You don't get to put number 1 in your car, buddies. Remember this now, lads. If they win the Constructors' Championship this year, but Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen keeps number 1 on his car. The team do not get number 1. It goes to the driver. All the glitz, all the glamour, all the razzmatazz goes to Max Verstappen if he takes the championship. Now, something very, very exciting. Singapore is coming up, lads. And I think we're gonna actually round it off here tonight. We're gonna close with this. Singapore, I think Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez are going to really struggle. For the last 2 years, lads, when we've gone to Singapore, Max Verstappen, as we all know, he's been extremely dominant for the last couple of years, right? Until this year. But even in his dominant performance, lads, he really struggled in Singapore for the last 2 years. Now, why? That car, there's 2 different driving styles, guys, really, that it boils down to, okay? Most of the time. One, you brake in a straight line, you turn in, when you get to the apex, then you apply the power. This car, you need to brake in a straight line, and as you're turning in, you're accelerating at the exact same time, and you're feeding on the power through the corner. That's how the Red Bull generates their grip. And that's the key to their performance. Even if they're struggling with power, they can still get that last squeeze out of the car with the generation of grip going through. And in Singapore, it's such a bumpy track that it actually throws off the car. It doesn't generate that grip. And I'm telling you, lads, maybe I'm wrong. But if anything goes by what happened in the last few years, this is a real, real good chance now for McLaren to capitalize and dominate when they get to Singapore. I think the McLaren car is very, very good over bumps. I think the ride height, the capability of that car, the general balance of that car is going to be very, very good. Very good. Of course, we could be wrong. We've only got a few more days to wait anyway, lads. And we're going to go through, obviously, in the next few days, the preview to Singapore. We'll go through the most important corner on the track, how they should set the car up, all right? They're going to be looking for a lot of downforce on this track. Mechanical grip is going to be a huge factor, but the downforce will just... It's the icing on the cake. It's the dessert. It's the soft little kiss. That's what they need to focus on now for Singapore. Getting as maximum grip through mechanical to then have that little bonus of the downforce. And the problem is, with these bumps on the track, it's going to really put the car to a test for all of the teams. And it's a very good indication of where a car is mechanically wise. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to go through all that in the next few days, lads. But look, at the end of the day, it was still a good win for McLaren, all right? Obviously, look, you're going to take the win. Of course you're going to. But where's the championship, lads? Where is it? Why are you just settling, being so happy with constructors? Yes, you get money. Yes, you get points. Yes, it looks great, right? It looks great on the resume. But you don't have number 1 in your car if you win the constructors. Enough said.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh.